How do they come up with all these original jokes? Writing original jokes, it's really hard, but anyone can do it. And if you stay tuned in this video, I'm going to show you how.
Everything seems so messed up, but it's just our setup.
Hey everyone, I'm Michael Halcomb, and this is Messed Up to Setups, and I'm glad you're watching or listening to the podcast. Today, I'm going to show you how to write some jokes. I've done several tutorials on this, and I'm going to give you another one here. The key is techniques, right? As long as you have techniques, you can write jokes. I've showed you in previous tutorials how to roast. I've showed you how to come up with different ideas on political headlines and so on and so forth. Today, I'm going to show you how to take two things that seem completely unrelated, two random things, and make a joke out of it. All right, so here's how we're going to do it. If you go to, I'm going to show you on the screen, so if you're watching, you're going to be able to see it. If you go to Michael Halcomb Live, if you just listen, of course, you're not going to be able to see it, and you scroll, you look on the right side of the page, and you scroll down, what you're going to see is a tab under social that says joke writing exercises. Click that, and boom, that's where we're going to go. You can see I have jokes from headlines, jokes from cliches, jokes from roasting, and now jokes from two lists. So click that button on the next website, and what's going to pop up is this unlikely comparison generator. So we're going to click the button. It's going to generate two random items to compare. Now, this is great. So you can see right here, compare stock and discipline. What? Right? We can make jokes out of that. So the way I've coded this is to take two completely different random lists and just pair items together. All right. And then we're going to write jokes out of them. We have a timer, 2 minutes. It's going to count down. And that's what we're going to do. Let's click the next one. Miss and spirit. You can see ruin and today. I'll just start that. Start writing. So what we're going to do here, we need technique. We're going to take ruin and then do people, places, things, ideas, emotions, basically what a noun is, right? And we're going to use ruin. Who are people that have been ruined? Well, people who have been canceled, celebrities, whose life has been ruined. Screech, I don't know, he killed himself. John Benet Ramsey, I don't know if that's how you spell her name. So you can do places have been ruined. Rome, obviously. LA, I'm writing this at the time of the wildfires. Let's see, what are some things that have been ruined? People's lives, people's homes, nature, forests, towns, cities. And then we have ideas and emotions. We could keep going. What are some ideas or emotions that could be ruined? All right, so I'm under a minute. So we're going to do the same thing with today, right? So some people of today. Well, I've been reading about Mel Gibson. Donald Trump's certainly in the news, right? And then places. Well, again, LA. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try to find in here. We're going to say something like Mel Gibson is to LA. Right? So we don't have to use the word ruin in today, but we can. Mel Gibson is to LA what Trump is to the White House. Ruin, right? Whatever. So we got a joke out of that. We could keep going. What's the similarity between ruin and LA, right? So the point here is to try to work fast and to try to make connections. And this will help with the making connections bit, like when you're doing crowd work or stand up on the spot or just writing any jokes. This gives you something to work with. And even if you just use this to get yourself going, if you're stuck in a rut, this is perfect. That's what it's for. Let's generate another comparison, confusion, and improvement. Now, I want to say the people, places, things, ideas, emotions, you don't have to list all of them. If you hit on one and you're like, oh, I want to write about that, just go with it. All right, so let's try here. Start writing. So we have confusion and improvement. People. Kids are easily confused. DUI, people driving drunk or people on drugs. College students, people with dementia or Alzheimer's. Okay, and then improvements. I'm thinking a home improvement or sending an old person to old folks' home. So you could make a joke here. I mean, it'd be like, lately I've been caring for my elderly neighbor with dementia. I mean, it's spelled dementia up here. With dementia. So we want to talk about improvements. Lately I've been caring for my elderly neighbor with dementia. I get her groceries. I get her groceries, I take care of her money, and the greatest improvement is putting her in a rest home far away. It's kind of a cruel joke, but it's a joke. I get her groceries, I take care of her money, and the greatest improvement, I put her in a rest home far away. So in this case, you're not going to get her groceries, but you're getting them, receiving them. You're not taking care of her money, you're spending it, right? And you're putting her in a place far away so you can do that. Again, the idea here is to be on the clock. All comedians are on the clock when they're on a stage, right? And really, this is just to get you going in terms of like making connections with things. And you may get something out of this that you could use for your bit. But this is a writing tool, a nice prompt. We could keep going with this. Yeah, maybe we could do one more. Let's do one more. So here we have hurry and technology, right? So people who are in a hurry, my wife, me, I'm in a hurry, my kids, coaches are always in a hurry. Places, cities that are in a hurry. New York City comes to mind. Cops are always in a hurry. Cops, firemen, they're always in a hurry. And then technology, people, places, things, ideas, emotions. So tech, I'm thinking of Starlink, Google, cell phones. Let's see. So we can work with this. We can even do the opposite. People who aren't in a hurry or things, sloths, old people, grandparents, so on and so forth. Now we could do something with this. Grandparents aren't in a hurry, or old people aren't, and old people aren't really that good with technology. So we could do a comparison here. So I want to make a connection like how do grandparents not hurry and not use technology? So my grandparents hurry about as well as they use technology. Never. Not a hilarious joke, not a really funny joke, but we have something to work with. My grandparents hurry about as well as they use technology. Never. My grandparents hurry about as well as Spectrum spelled there. My grandparents hurry about as well as Spectrum's internet speed. There we go. We got a joke out of that. That one's kind of funny. And then you could start my grandparents hurry about as well as Spectrum's internet speed. Or you could do the old AOL dial-up. My grandparents hurry about as well as AOL dial-up. My grandparents are as old as, AOL chat. You don't have to use the words. The two words here is cool if you can, but you don't have to. Just getting ideas out of here is enough. So I would actually choose to go with something like that. My grandparents, so I'm just going to quick start again. My grandparents hurry about as well as internet speeds. My grandparents are about as fast as AOL dial-up. My grandparents were around at the dawn of time, back when they were using AOL chat. My grandparents, so you keep doing this. My grandparents hurry about as well as AT&T's customer service. My grandparents, let's see. My grandparents are like, and you do these comparisons, use these comparative words, as well as, are like, are similar to, are different than. You do the comparison, even the contrast here. My grandparents are like Spectrum. I'm in a hurry, always dropping connection. I don't know, it doesn't really make any sense. So, talking to my grandparents is like my Spectrum internet, no connection. So we got a number of jokes here, and we could do something with that. And all this came out of nowhere. I wasn't thinking about this until I hit the generate comparison button and it came up. And so probably just in the short video, we've probably written over a dozen jokes just out of nowhere. This is good just to get the creative juices flowing and to put yourself on a clock. If you got to write, for 10 minutes on your lunch break or whatever, do it. Use this. Use some of the other ones. All right, friends. I am Michael Halcomb. Check out michaelhalcomb.live. Check out my YouTube channel. Again, Michael Halcomb Live on all the social handles. Michael Halcomb Live, except X. It's just Halcomb Live. And follow me, subscribe, share this stuff, and use it to make yourself a better comedian. All right, I'm going to stop there and say I hope that helps.
It's all messed up, yeah, everything's messed up. We're going from this mess up to the next setup. Everything seems so messed up, but it's just our setup.